Here's the deal. Most contractors think they're doing marketing right until you look under the hood. Today, we're breaking down one of the biggest names in the roofing industry, Victor's Home Solutions. These guys aren't small time. They were named Residential Roofing Contractor of the Year by Roofing Contractor Magazine in 2024, and they're sitting right near the top of the top 100 contractors in America. But here's the question that matters to you. What are they doing online that's driving their growth? And what opportunities are they missing that you could use to beat them in your market? In this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on their website, SEO, Google reviews, ads, and lead gen systems. You're going to see exactly what works, what doesn't, and the simple fixes that can mean the difference between just being another roofer or building a marketing machine that dominates your city. So buckle up, because once you see this, you never look at your own marketing the same way again. Things you have to understand with Victor's Home Solutions. With Victor's Home Solutions, they are one of the most well-known companies in the country. They were named 2024 Residential Contractor of the Year by Roofing Contractor Magazine, which is a really big reward. Obviously, it's a big part of what they do is really getting recognition for the work they've achieved and the growth they've succeeded. One thing to understand is the reason why I'm doing this, because the roofing industry, the trades are changing, right? 7 of the top 10 100 roofing companies in the country are backed by private equity. The big thing to consider with private equity is that the reason why they're growing so fast is they're implementing 2 things: marketing and technology, right? And we're going to examine their marketing strategy so you can learn to apply it to your own business, right? So let's get started. If you look at their website, right? Overall, look at the technology they built, right? Some of the things that they're doing well, some of the things that they're not doing that I think they can do to improve the site and improve like overall the strategy they're doing, right? So with the website, right? They're getting about 11,000 people searching their website according to SEMrush, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second, explain what that looks like in a second. But obviously they use a WordPress website. They're hosted by Cloudflare, which is the technology and the hosting information, the security behind it. The first thing you have to look at is anything above the fold on the homepage. The homepage is the most important part of the site, especially as a local service provider for any website, generally speaking, right? So if you look at their unique value proposition, usually the headline is the biggest thing that matters in terms of actual conversion rate above the fold. And what they have is protecting what matters most. If you look at what that means, is basically just kind of give peace of mind to the homeowner on the most important part of their home, which is typically the roof. The roof is the most important part of the home, is the most expensive part of the home, and that's kind of the angle they're looking at. Now, for me, like I think they can come up with a stronger angle. The most effective unique value proposition that I saw in the roofing space is by this company called Mr. Roof. They had a headline called "Done in a Day, Good for a Lifetime." So that was a very strong, explains exactly what they did. It's fast and also has guarantees, right? So that's a big thing that they're missing right now. Below the fold, they have the credibility section, right? They have the amount of reviews. I would add maybe the certifications they have, right? Like the manufacturer certifications, because those things are important, but obviously it's very impressive the amount of reviews they have, right? With Google, with BBB, with Home Advisor, also with Modernize, right? These all companies that they're using in terms of generating leads, right? So Google's king in terms of reviews because the most important part of what people look at, right? So obviously they have their colorability. Other thing that I liked about their website is that they have a lot of high quality images, which really makes their website stand out compared to other, contractors we work with. A big part of getting your website to look really nice and different is the images, right? If you have images on their site, that really makes a big difference on the way the site looks. In terms of the SEO strategy, I'll examine that in a second. But if you look at, they have just basically location pages for all the locations they have, right? They have the financing, the about us section, right? It's all kind of standardized, right? Service pages, they have, I'm sure they do more services with this, but it looks like they pretty curious that they don't have more services to consider, right? You want to have at least 4 forms of communication. That's really the standard, right? Basically what that means, call-ins, they have the call-ins, right? They have the form submission where people can call. They also have, they're missing a chat widget and they're missing a text. People can text, right? Now, let me explain the reason why you want to have that, right? So the reason why you want to have 4 forms of communication is that people are at different stages of the buying cycle when they land on their site, right? When you land on your site, right? Some people, they want to call you right away. right? And call-ins are the highest conversion rate in the home services space. If you get a call, answer the phone in a correct manner, right, with your CSR that's being trained, that means that they're going to convert on average 40% in the home service space. So call-ins, right, inbound calls are the highest form of conversions, right? Form submissions, which they have, right? That's another way to generate leads. But the thing is, I have to understand, some people don't want to submit their form. They're basically looking at your site after hours, right? They want to chat with someone afterwards, right? And you have to want to give them different forms of communication. So by not having a chat widget is really missing opportunity to actually generate more leads, right? So a chat widget, there's so many different tools they can use to generate leads from AI chat, right? They can book appointments for you, can route it to the right location, can route it to the right call center, and just have that information in place. Obviously, also too, give people the ability to text. Why not, right? If you have the ability to text, they can talk with someone like that right away. Obviously, call-ins are the highest form of information. They're going to provide the highest results. So a missed opportunity that they're not doing, right? So now let's look at the SEO. Now, if you look at SEO, we use this tool called Screaming Frog. It's a website crawler that allows you to look at different aspects of the site, including the security, right? Meta description, keywords, right? The rankings, all these different things. It's not really that complicated to look at once you understand how to use it. But I just found some information that they're doing well, right? And some of the things that they need to do to improve on, right? So overall, right? If you look at the things that are doing well, the big thing, right? They have, and the majority of their traffic is coming from the reviews. They have 9 Google business locations, right? That we found. Their main location has about 4,300 reviews, right? They have 249 keywords that are ranking the top 3 of the local map pack. And I'll share what that looks like in a second. This was driving the majority of the traffic besides their name, right? Their name is actually driving the majority of the traffic. But obviously, in terms of the review volume, that's what's driving the majority of organic search traffic that is new, right? They have over close to 900 pictures on their Google business profile, which is a big part of their strategy, right? They're posting frequency on GMB, which is not a lot really. They're posting about once a month. I think they can post a lot more. They're linking to the blog posts on the GMB, right? On page SEO is pretty good, right? They're following the trifecta and the keywords in the homepage, in the title, and the meta description, in the H1 and the URL slug. If you look at their main location, right? This has 4,255 reviews. They're only posting about once a month. I think this is a missed opportunity. They're just posting straight to their blog page, right? And obviously, I think what they can do better is that post more frequently. Typically, in each location for our clients, we post about 10 to 20 times a month, right? And we have keywords in the posts, also call to actions. At the same time, we also have geotag XF data on the actual images to make sure that you're a local provider. So those are things that help you rank on Google Business Profile, right? Because obviously reviews are the most important part of getting ranked. And obviously I showed you 249 keywords they're ranking for in the top 3, but the other things will help you get ranked more, right? Those are the big things that they're missing, right? They do have frequently asked questions, right? Which is a big part of Google My Business Profile. And they have a ton of reviews. So it's a huge piece of what they do. Now, we use different tools to analyze their SEO traffic. The first one I want to show you guys is Ahrefs. So Ahrefs, I'm going to show you Ahrefs and SEMrush. So with Ahrefs, right, like I said before, they have 249 keywords that are ranking locally, right, in the map pack on this. Right, so you look at this. This is a local search result, right, local map pack on this. Now, obviously, some of their local map pack is actually just kind of their name, right? But that means that this is what's driving the majority of the traffic, right? Is the local map pack, besides the branding name, right? So I want to show you this to show you what, you can look at some of the information. Now, if you look at SEMrush, now SEMrush is another tool that we use that allows you to look at the organic traffic, the authority score, right? The branded traffic, all those different things. So if you look at overall Victor's, right? If you look at the website, authority score is 33, which is pretty high, right? And authority score, what that means is just a score. Think about it as a credit score, right? The higher the authority score, the more credibility in Google's eyes. That's what it means, right? 1 to 100 is score. Obviously, a higher authority score is more credible with Google. That's just a simple formula that they use, right? The other thing to understand, right? Like typically, like in the local service provider, having a authority score of 20 is actually pretty good. These guys have a 33, which is actually they've probably done a lot of backlinks over the years, right? A lot of press releases, right? A lot of people linking to their site. Their organic traffic has steadily increased, but this is mainly due to their branded search traffic. What that means is they're getting a lot of traffic from people searching their name. So I'm pretty sure these guys are doing a lot of advertising on, guerrilla advertising, like in terms of yard signs, right? Their trucks, right? Their names. I don't know if they're doing any traditional advertising. That drives people that are searching online, right? Victor's Home Solutions. Obviously, the majority of the traffic, if you look at the branded search traffic, 84% of the traffic is branded, right? Non-branded is about 17%. So that's a big piece of the traffic they're getting is really from their name. So I think there's a missed opportunity. They're not really getting a lot of traffic besides their name, right? Now, in terms of this keywords by intent, commercial and transactional and navigational, people that are actually looking for leads, right? Looking to book an appointment, right? But informational is 40%. Right, it's a big piece of that. So maybe those people are not ready to book a call, right? But they might want more information. If you're not giving that information, then I think it's a missed opportunity, right? So it's a big thing that I think that they can do better overall, right? So if you look at the site, they want to go over this. Is you want to have the chat widget. Also, you want to have a instant quote piece on the site. The reason why I recommend that is that these guys been around for a business for a long time, right? Since 2007, 2008. So what that means is that they probably have some repeat business, and those repeat customers are going to be looking just for the pricing online. And when they go to your site, you want somebody to book the estimate, book the call, like on the estimate, right? And they can, send that information to the call center, right? Probably use AI to book the appointment and just have someone come out there and actually do the roof. It's pretty simple like that. I have clients that are like that, but they use estimator tools for that information. Again, it's really about providing information in different steps of the actual funnel, right? The top, the middle, and the bottom. If you don't provide that information to the end user, then they're going to go somewhere else. I really believe in terms of how people are looking at this, in terms of roofing and home services space, I really feel that people are shifting to the e-com model, which is people want to know information right away. And if you don't provide the information to the user, then they're going to go somewhere else. I think that is a missed opportunity that they're doing, right? Now, if you look at the site, this is basically the two tools that we use. Google PageSpeed Insights allows you to look at, it's a tool that we use to look at the page speed, right? And obviously page is extremely important in terms of SEO rankings, right? You want to have a fast website because Google wants to provide the information to the end user as quickly as possible. So they're going to be grading you on the performance, right? And it tells you the things that they can do to fix. Screaming Frog, the tool that I use, tells you which images need to be compressed that are smaller images. It's just, honestly, this is a simple fix they can do, right? Desktop is not the terrible 69, but these are things that they can do to improve the actual site overall. Things are not doing well. So big thing is lack of content, right? So we found about 92 pages in the site. A lot of the blog articles do not comply with the E8 algorithm, which is expert authority and credibility and trust. And obviously with AI, you want to provide content that is credible in the eyes of Google, makes you look like an expert, and provides useful information to the end user, right? Something that they're missing on, right? Given the size of the company, the big thing is that they only have 91 pages. There's a lack of service pages on their site. There's a lack of location pages. They have all location pages on the site, but I'm sure these locations, right, like Cleveland, Cincinnati, have a lot of suburbs that they want to target. They're not really targeting on their website, which is, I think, that a missing piece that they're doing, right? They're not doing, right? Other things to consider, right? They're not pushing keywords on the Google Business Profile, right? Just promoting the blog, right? Using Screaming Frog, which is a tool that I showed you earlier. Here's the things they found, right? The 13 pages are missing meta descriptions. 24 pages have 404 errors, right? Those are the errors that don't have a redirect. We want to obviously fix that. Over 155 characters, they're not visible to the naked pages. What that means is that sometimes the page titles get cut off over 155 characters, right? Some page titles are 60 characters way too long, or over 60 characters. The big thing I saw is this, right? So I looked at their YouTube, right? They have an intro video on their website, on their YouTube channel, right? The things that they have, right? They have a 50-year leak guarantee, and they have a 21-point checklist. For some reason, whatever, they're not using that on the site. They don't have a 21-point checklist on the site, and they don't have a 50-year leak guarantee. One thing that I found in terms of having more conversions on sites is having these 10x offers, right? And a 10x offer, something that, first heard by Russell Brunson, eventually by Hormozi, kind of popularized it with his site, basically giving an irresistible offer. People would be stupid to say no. And those are the things that you have to look at. that can really improve the conversion rates on their site. These guys are doing a lot of things well, right? But if they just build a better mousetrap, they're gonna get more leads, right? Other thing to consider, right? So they're spending a ton of money on LSA, right? I don't know how much money they're spending, but we use a tool called SpyFuel to analyze how much they're spending on PPC, right? Google Ads. They haven't been spending, I don't know how accurate this is, right? It gives you a rough estimate, but it tells you that obviously they've been spending more money. So it looks like the last 2 years, they're spending about 68,000 this month, right? So they're on track to spend more, right? I'm sure with the locations, they figured out what their cost per acquisition is. They figured out what their cost per lead, cost per booked appointment. I'm sure they have like a call center that kind of filters everything out to make sure to provide the best information to the end user, right? Other thing that we found, right? The big thing is that these guys are a big believer of the Google's Big Four. Google's Big Four is Google Local Service Ads, Google Ads, right? The maps, right? And then SEO. The big thing they're missing, I think, they're also is really the social media side, right? They don't have a lot of content on YouTube. I think that's a missed opportunity given the size of the company. Maybe investing into more content marketing, right? Hiring like a full-time videographer, just going to the different offices, just kind of providing useful content. Other spaces, right? Other trades are moving in the direction. Roofing is still really new to this, but that's kind of moving to that direction, right? They're not really running ads on Facebook, on Meta, right? Maybe they've run these ads before. I use Facebook ad library now. Maybe they're using a different page, but if you look at their main page, Victor's Home Solutions, they were probably running ads before, but they're not running ads anymore, and they don't have really content that's driving lead generation for on the Meta side. Now, Meta's huge, right? Meta is humongous, right? It provides about 2 billion users on the Meta platform, close to 2 billion on Instagram, right? Maybe they tried it in the past, didn't work for them. But obviously with Facebook, it's really about finding good creative, right? Good offers, and having a filtering system to drive more leads, because the lead quality is not the highest. It's much better on Google, right? And then basically improving that to actually filter those leads to actually generate appointments, right? It's really all about cost per acquisition. I think Meta is a huge platform missed opportunity. I think they're not doing. I'm sure there's a reason why. These guys are very smart. So they probably know there's a philosophy behind that, or they're doing it with some other other page, right? So in conclusion, I want to show you guys this information, right? Hope you guys took a lot of information on this, right? I think their Instagram page, their Meta page, right? I think it is missing some information. So hope you guys found this video valuable, right? And if you guys have any questions, let me know. So here's the bottom line. Victor's Home Solutions is a giant in the roofing industry. They're doing a lot of things right. They're also leaving money on the table. And that's a lesson for you. You don't need to be a $100 million roofing company to beat them online. You just need the right strategy, executed consistently. If you got value from this breakdown, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because this is just another one of our series in analyzing the top 100 contractors in America. And trust me, you don't want to miss the next one. And if you're a contractor who's ready to stop guessing and actually start winning with your marketing, go to contractormarketingpros.net and book a free strategy call with my team. We'll show you how to build a system that generates leads like clockwork without wasting money on the stuff that doesn't work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.